Now, MGM resorts across the nation are under a massive cyber attack. Payment systems are shut down. Guests are locked out of their hotel rooms. At one point, even slot machines at some casinos had gone dark. This all started yesterday, and MGM initially attempting to keep it under wraps, claiming it was routine maintenance. But within hours, the casino brand was forced to admit the disruptions were a much larger issue and could take days to fix. MGM Resorts is the largest property owner and resort operator in Las Vegas, but its reach stretches far beyond the Strip. The outages impacting casino properties in Mississippi, Michigan, Ohio, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, and Massachusetts.
What we see most common these days is people are trying to actually gain access to the organization, get as deep and as wide as many systems as possible, and then encrypt those systems and lock the parent company out.
All right, so back in 2020, MGM suffered another massive data breach with the personal data of more than 10 million customers published on hacker forums. So let's bring in Jamil Jaffer, the founder and executive director of the National Security Institute. Jamil, thank you for being with us. Who or what do you think is behind this, and really what is their goal? You know, MGM is certainly no small business operation here.
Well, look, it's certainly a great question. We don't actually know who's behind this attack. What we do know is in the past, we've seen both nation states and sort of criminal hackers come after the gaming industry. Back in 2015, we know that Iran went after the Las Vegas Sands Casino, took down their computer systems, and actually bricked actual computer devices there in that attack. 2017, we've seen additional attacks. And then, as you point out, the publication of 10 million customer identifiers from the MGM resorts back in 2019, 2020 was an attack on this or a hack against this company in particular.
All right, so Jamil, at this point, we know the FBI is involved, but what is likely happening behind the scenes?
Well, certainly what we've seen MGM do is the right thing, which is they've shut their systems down as quickly as possible, try to prevent the malware from spreading across multiple systems, getting into gaming systems. We do know there were reports, we've seen reports on X and the like, that they shut down the slot machines, but it's likely that those gaming operators were not necessarily directly affected, but that they were trying to shut those down proactively to prevent whatever the malware was from crossing over from their IT systems to their OT, their operational technology or gaming systems as well.
All right. So we talked about what happened in, 2019, 2020. So should customers be concerned about their personal info at this point, whether, they're gambling, they're staying at one of the hotels or going to shows? I mean, there's obviously a lot of different ways information could be accessed.
Well, yeah, that's obviously a big concern. When you get into a hotel or a company's IT systems, you can gather a lot about its customers, right? In the case of other hotels that have been hacked, Marriott Corporation, for example, was hacked by the Chinese government. A lot of people's stays were obtained by the Chinese government. There's a possibility, if this is a nation state attacker, that they could be in this effort to get that kind of information. Of course, what you want to happen in Vegas is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. At least in the case of 2015 in Iran, that didn't happen and ended up in Tehran. So there's a concern here, if this is a nation state or a criminal, that there might be customer information involved. Oftentimes, they'll keep that information separate from the accounting information and the gambling information, which is also tracked by the casinos. So hard to know if the systems are connected or not. We don't really know the details yet.
Yeah, we are certainly keeping an eye on all of it. All right, Jamil Jaffer, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.